Working on it forward out of Belgium. The Smith 3 is Indiana's only score.
Want to get her to be able to get going too.
Right away, Robinson.
And I don't know what she ate for lunch.
Copper just runs over Mitchell. They've had 7 different leading scorers this year.
Not only is she taking control, but she is able.
Parker putting on the moves. Here's Emma Cannon, who will in the wobble. Here's Azare Stevens.
Fever, even though shots aren't falling.
Here's Parker setting up Belgium native. Alyssa Smith on the.
Yeah, that's just an incredible story.
As Mitchell driving on her former team. Copper
really hard to get a block or get the ball.
And Vivians can't get rid of it. A shot clock.
Makes her that finals MVP type.
Their first 2 games this year lead. Year-old rookie out of China. Just in the handoff to Cannon and a whistle. In her first action, Mitchell on the drive. Tough look.
Pouring in there is Melissa's.
And Evans can't get rid. Yeru will go to the line. We've got
ability to play back-to-back. You're going to need to go.
Recently in the health and safety protocol. Here's Smith staying aggressive. Pull going as Stevens is wide open.
Ball handler to make it difficult for the passing.
Evans on the drive. Find here for James Wade, who got her out.
I think both are doing a great job hustling, get on the
partner running with Alamont. Great find. Sister as Mitchell got underneath the rim. Here's Stevens corner. As Mitchell, beautiful find. Enxler staying aggressive.
Possessions.
Here is the 6'7" Yates.
Kind of coming off the bench with a berth. Chicago defenders on that possession, weaving great high screen and everybody.
Mitchell coming off. Robinson gets underneath. Robinson with 4 offensive rebounds. Mitchell pull up
shot and an easy 3.
Vivian's kick out.
You know what? It really only takes one. Making the right decision. She might.
The All-Star team was really tough on her team. It really was an unfortunate.
Yeah.
I think has been
those players that does not give up.
A triple team, and she just got run over.
Her as a player.
Oh, Enxler putting on given.
Right.
Strong. Alyssa Smith for Indiana, and like the shots.
It's not really wavering their defense, but that was the
last 2. Vivian's cut off there.
Kept her dribble.
A bounce back year for Vivian's.
Yeah,
he trying to create. Robinson dips inside. Rebounder coming into tonight as Copper rebounds.
And
give Indiana a boost there. Meeseman on the drive. And hardly that these players haven't played a ton together.
Right.
The 3. Here's Meeseman, who has to. Indiana has left 10 to 5 in the first half. Can't leave Quigley. 12 points here in the first.
Inside in the paint. They're doing a good job.
Robinson bouncing. Good fun.
Discourage you, but got to get back.
Looks to get scoring elsewhere as Mitchell fires. And Mitchell in the center. Vandersloot on the drive. Beautiful find. It has to fire away, and the big shot.
There was a lot of broken plays.
4-point performance in Indianapolis. Roster is out in the health and safety protocol. Danielle Robinson. Meeseman.
Get down to the post.
Here's Vivian. This time, Vandersloot. Beautiful. Here's Tiffany Mitchell into the teeth up.
Yeah, you really do. And
so an unforced error. I've got the best record in the league. Overcome a 15-point second half deficit. Tiffany knocked it away again, and that'll be Indiana.
A dominant player like
her first minutes tonight. Kelsey Mitchell.
Tightly contested 3. But
Beaver had it to 10 points at halftime.
Yeah, what a huge pull-up 3 is
tonight's.
Does have a big effect, but it only has you're switching early.
Alyssa Smith pulled with the steal. Mitchell attacking Quigley. Hangs. Indiana's been great from out there as here. Meeseman pointer turns it over, and there's
her guard going for the 2.
He's in the 13th overall.
She's a great player. She does a great job.
Points tonight, but 5 assists, 7 rebounds. Shot clock did reset. Here's Pointer on the drive. Here is Parker stepping, not look her age, and Candace Parker backing in on Enxler. Parker turns. Enxler, beautiful bounce.
Good things are harder. That is really
10 points, 5 assists, 7 rebounds. So now she and Parker have 3 all. Mitchell draws the foul. On her face, just how much she has to enough attention league wide.
Right.
Pointer shot clock down to 5. Pointer on the drive in 5 minutes, and Pointer there to knock that one. This time Mitchell will take it out.
So that fatigue and
for the time being has just moved into it. It is Sylvia Fowles
breaking records game by game, and
Smith pulling up for
the highlight reel.
Robinson steps in. One in the most recent draft, and then one. If you're a Fever
to do well, but they're such good players back and forth.
Here tonight, the former Sky shooting nearly 60%.
I mean, they still have a lot of time. 10 minutes of focus kind of goes away, and you
There is Rebecca Gardner. The group has done. Gardner averaging 9 points for the Chicago group, as too as Cannon.
not too many, just enough people.
There.
Yeah, no look, getting fancy.
Vivian's off the bounce. Players on the floor right now for Chicago.
So we'll figure out the rest later.
Exactly the year that Tiffany Mitchell had about development, and oftentimes
With her kind of trying to get her going too.
here is Smith pulling up.
Try and refocus, get the
Both teams deflected by Stevens right into the hands at every single night if the game ended right. Bounces. Smith has the size advantage, ducks in.
As soon as you see that, you notice that.
It's Parker, Sylvia fouls, Asia Wilson. Gardner sees the double whips.
Rebecca Gardner's game, and Tiffany their strongest suit, but they certainly can.
Cross-court pass finds its way to Steven. Here's Stevens. Here's Smith. Great find to Rob.
Miss or a make, they push the ball.
The drive runs into Hebert, starts slowing down for her. You really to play. Sky Anderson back for Cannon, and still with all 5 starters on the bench.
Moving with purpose.
Dealing with, I think you saw it.
Yeah,
Hanksler spinning on Hebert, gets in. Might never be a 20-point per game score.
definitely one of those players that
To note that Chicago's had their starters on the bench for most. Hanksler wide open.
they're underneath as they
Is into the penalty. This will send Gardner.
against her. They actually beat us.
Mitchell underneath. Gardner called for sent from the three-point line. Those are really high.
They're doing a
Chicago
great
17th turnover and rebounds, and Smith still doubles in her career. Is a rookie. Elects back for Mitchell. Pull up 3 at 4. Stevens turns, and Smith taking matters into her own hands. Have an 11-point deficit with 2:02 to go.
Out of just this for Indiana basketball is one of.
James Wade continues to go here with this one extra pass, and Gardner. Hanksler pulling up over. So she's played 21 minutes. Carlos Knox 10. You often tend to see a lot of fouls early on.
I mean, how many times?
Third quarter deficit has been trimmed in.
And they've been trapping this whole quarter, getting out or hit.
All these broadcasts to you. That's typically a really good recipe.
Oh, that's just such a huge momentum bust player.
Jump back in the game in the second quarter. Just not able to get the stops on the defensive end. Robinson ahead for Smith. Final team is still very loose. There's still a lot and always shown in the record.
Yes, coaches are finding out what works. They're going to be able to have this fill it well as they got a great run.
We're in single digits. It was a competitive. Let's hoping his team takes a confidence boost from those couple of games here into tonight as Victoria. Alyssa Smith will launch it.
Time that she hit that 3, but her confidence, when her confidence is going, that's a good
Early on.
especially early. Whenever she has an early quick start, I think that
Losses. So Alyssa Smith, the number 2 pick, is so vital here for the Fever. It's and MOE back in her time with Washington. Down to 5 here for Indiana. Robinson back for Vivian. She'll launch a deep 3 from Indiana Farmers Coliseum. Robinson, the hesitation, and something the Fever have struggled to do here lately over their last 5 games. The Fever are just take advantage of their athleticism, their speed, their youth.
team, you know, you want to be able to push and run, and when the team is a little bit older
As well. Vivian sees the head from Miesemann, bounces inside. Hanksler, Mitchell weaving through traffic. Mitchell on the drive, floats it up.
just being able to get in there and 2 feet in the paint, I think is so key.
You see Hanksler coming in here helping. And Mitchell. Robinson trying to turn the corner, gets inside, back the rim. You have to like that from Indiana's perspective, but Chicago denied him when they.
For that jumper, whether it's a 3 or a 2, attack the basket. You know, Pat, it almost looks like this is part of their game plan. It's a good sign so far from Emily.
Which is interesting here because the Fever are playing small, taller than 6'2", available to Carlos Knox, and that is the. Miesemann working on it. Emma Miesemann, the 29-year-old forward out of Belgium. Cold spell. Alyssa Smith 3 is Indiana's only score.
Kelsey Mitchell has taken a shot yet, but we want to get her to be able to get going too.
Straight away, Robinson. He's got all 8 of Indiana scoring.
And I don't know what she ate for lunch.
Copper just runs over Mitchell. No, really get it done with balance. Talked about it earlier. They've had 7 different leading scorers this year.
And not only is she taking control, but she's able
to Parker, who's backing in on Emma Cannon. Parker putting on the moves. Store.com. In Minnesota, falling late to the Lynx. Here's Emma Cannon, who will point guard. Played 1 season for Indiana in the Wubble. Here's Azare Stevens.
Liking this pace by the Fever, even though shots aren't falling.
Who's been really dynamic in the early going. Here's Parker setting up Julie Alamon, who's also a Belgium native. Alyssa Smith on this after college.
Yeah, that's just an incredible story.
To a championship back in March as Mitchell driving on her former team. Copper,
she just contorts her body in a way that is extremely hard to get a block or get the ball.
Shot clock down to 1, and Vivians can't get rid of it. A shot clock.
Soft touch around the rim makes her that finals MVP type of
native. But Chicago in scoring their first 2 games this year lead. Yeru is a 23-year-old rookie out of China. Henderson, the handoff to Cannon, and a whistle to the rim.
Yeah.
Here's Tiffany Mitchell getting her first action. Mitchell on the drive. Tough look.
So, and just pouring in there is Melissa
Stevens. Dangerous pass. Evans came down with it. And Evans can't get rid. They'll say there was contact there as well. Yeru will go to the line. We've got
best league out there, and being able to have the ability to play back-to-back, you're going to need to go for everybody.
James Wade, who missed a couple of games recently in the health and safety protocol in Chicago. Here's Smith staying aggressive. Pull. Anything else in their offense going as Stevens is wide open.
Ball when they're up pressuring that ball handler to make it difficult for the passing.
Second time tonight. Evans on the drive, Indiana native, and been a great find here for James Wade, who got her out.
High level, even though this is a 9-point lead, I think both are doing a great job hustling, get on the.
Smith turns it over. Here's a 3-on-1. Gardner running with Alamon. Great find. Back in 2020. The league's leading assister as Mitchell got. As they normally hit underneath the rim. Here's Stevens' corner. The league's top 2 assisters from 2020. As Mitchell, beautiful find.
Well, she shot the ball at a very high rate too.
Ainxler staying aggressive.
Out there with a little swag these last 2 possessions.
Here is the 6'7" Yeru
type of players. And just kind of coming off the bench with a burst. I think she beat every single one of the Chicago defenders on that possession, weaving. What a great high screen, and everybody disrespect Kelsey Mitchell. That was a beautiful move.
Mitchell coming off at the end of the road trip. Robinson gets underneath. Robinson. Ainxler already with 4 offensive rebounds. Mitchell pull up through.
But they were still able to get a really good shot and an easy 3.
Falling behind by as many as 16. Vivian's kick out. Seemed like everybody started to feed off her energy.
Yeah, you know what? It really only takes one. Is right up there, good, getting rebounds, making the right decision. She might.
Kelsey Mitchell, who admitted that not making the All-Star team was really tough on her. Been healthy and not made the All-Star team. It really was an unfortunate ability to bounce back past that.
Yeah.
I think has been.
She is too kind of plays into the fact because she's one of those players that does not give up.
Mitchell, who sees so many double teams. That's a triple team, and she just got run over.
The trap at any point in time. That just speaks to her as a player.
Oh, Ainxler putting Knox would have preferred a play on given.
Right.
Vivian's on the drive, floats it up too strong. Alyssa Smith chart and how many shots have been around the rim for Indiana, and like the shots.
But because they're not hitting those shots, it's not really wavering their defense. But that was a
scoring 18 and 19 in her last 2. Vivian's cut off there.
That about the non-call, kept her dribble.
4th season in the WNBA, a bounce-back year for Vivians. 13 of her last 17.
Yeah.
A couple of first-round draft picks. One in the most recent draft, and then one benefit for it. If you're a Fever
here, we want her to do well, but she really has, you know, and they're such good players back and forth.
And she's hit a couple of threes here tonight. The former in the 4th quarter. Chicago Sky shooting nearly 60%. Called for the foul.
is being able to finish, the game. And they still have a lot of time, 10 minutes in possession at a time. Sometimes that focus kind of goes away, and you
There is Rebecca Gardner, the important part of what James Wade and this group has done. Gardner averaging 9 points. It's been really important for the Chicago group, as too as Cannon.
Every time they get 2 feet in the paint, somebody's making that cut. Not too many, just enough people.
First for her passing, but that was a pretty sweet one right there.
Yeah, no look, getting fancy.
Smith spinning on Stevens, sees a triple team. Vivian's off the bounce with it. 5 bench players on the floor right now for Chicago.
Communicate, hey, pick it up, so we'll figure out the rest later.
Here, and this has not been exactly the year that Tiffany Mitchell had more minutes, but the season is about development, and oftentimes
Destiny, just kind of coaching her, playing a lot with her, kind of trying to get her going too.
7 rebound evening cooking. Here is Smith pulling up.
Great way to rest the body, rest your mind, refocus, get the short time where you just have no practice, no games.
Both team. Robinson turns the corner on Hebert. Kick out, had it deflected by Stevens right into the hands of 15.7 rebounds. I think you would take that every single night if the game ended right. Henderson bounces. Smith has the size advantage, ducks in.
Great closeout by Stevens.
Here's Smith taking matters into her own hands. Chicago earlier this year, and the Fever have an 11-point deficit with 2:02 to go.
I have never personally talked to him outside of just the stands for Indiana basketball is one of
here in the fourth quarter. James Wade continues to go here with this swing at Evans on the shot fake. Evans, one extra pass, and Gardner.
Defensive possession right there.
Angsler pulling up over 7 rebound. Night for Emily Angsler. She's played 21 minutes. Carlos Knox ilk, I guess. You often tend to see a lot of fouls early on itself into minutes on the floor.
Right. I mean, how many times
here? So that third quarter deficit has been trimmed in. Forces another jump ball.
Here, that was a great step out, and they've been trapping this whole quarter. Somebody open, probing, getting out.
Arenas this year, our crew does a tremendous job to get all these broadcasts to you. Alyssa Smith with 18. That's typically a really good recipe.
Turns into an unfortunate foul. That's just such a huge momentum bust foul as she fouls out Emily Angsler.
Why the Fever were able to jump back in the game in the second quarter. Mitchell, and from the rookies, just not able to get the stops on the defensive end. Robinson ahead for Smith. Final. Carlos Knox said before the game he feels like his team is still very loose. There's still a lot of seeing growth behind the scenes that hasn't always shown in the record.
Yeah, they're finding out what works. The coaches are finding out what works. They're going to be able to have this spot. And they did not handle it well as they got a great run.
All 3 games between these two teams were in single digits. It was a competitive